Welcome to the Startup Funding Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, where we talk about how to raise funding and invest in startups and the time it takes to drink an espresso. If you have a question about startup funding or investing, please go to the website, startupfundingespresso.com, and type in your question into the chat bot in the lower right corner to receive an answer. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot at startup funding and investing. In raising funding, it's important to articulate all the values in the deal. If you don't mention it, then it doesn't exist in the minds of the investor. Investors only know what you tell them. Include the values in the deal, such as customers, other investors, partners, and team members, to name a few. You want to show everyone is supporting the effort and more are coming. In the process, don't overhype the deal. Don't indicate you have revenue when you do not. Don't say you have won a contract when it is not yet signed. And don't talk about a new hire if they haven't actually joined yet. It's okay to talk about the potentials and what is in the works, but don't go so as far as to pretend you have something that you don't. Ultimately, the investor will learn everything about the deal, and if it doesn't match with what you said, then you will have a credibility problem. In summary, make sure you highlight all the great things you have going in the deal, but don't overhype it with things that don't yet exist. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start listening to today. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.